Hello, we are live. That is Olive playing with her toy. I will have to flip over in a minute. She's a crunk kitty right now. This is my living room. You are on a stool. And my phone is propped up by a yoga block. Yoga blocks are very handy for many different reasons. I'm just still in that. That's good. Cool. Sorry, honey. I'm gonna have to flip this over because it's so loud. We'll play after that, I promise you. I promise. Come say hi to the camera. This is little Olive. Aaron, how old is she? 8 months?
7.5, 8 months.
7.5, 8 months. These little toes. She's so much bigger than she was when we first got her. Of course, because she's growing. She loves to play fetch like a dog. She's a dog cat, I swear. And she's very personable. Loves to be held. Oh my God. She wants to play with her ball really bad. This is our 4 p.m. Vinyasa flow. If you were with me yesterday, 5:30 p.m., this is gonna be the same class, so finding a lot of release in our shoulders and our hips. This is gonna help you feel really good in your body and a little more peaceful and at ease, which is always nice, especially during this time. If you have the means to donate for this class, please donate. You can do that on blackswanyoga.com/live. The donation link will be on that page. You can also donate to me directly if you'd like to do that instead, and you can follow me on Instagram and all of my information for my donation links for Venmo, and I will upload a PayPal link as well on my Instagram bio, so you just click on my bio and there's a whole bunch of options you can take on there. Hello! It's a little dark, but when I step back you'll be able to see my yoga and me. I'm gonna get everything set up. And then we'll get started in just about a few minutes. Let's see, we'll get started in a little over 5 minutes, you guys. Hey, Olive, come here. Come in. I'm pulling up a clock tab on my computer so I can keep us on track. Olive. Cool. Come here. Come play with your ball. You not having it? Okay, fine. Oh, choking on my water. Come here, little kitty. Come on, little kitty. If you're now just tuning in, welcome to our 4 p.m. Vinyasa flow. If you were with me yesterday at 5:30, this is going to be the same class. If you know me and you've been practicing with me for a while, I always like to do the same class at least a few times in a week, even 2-week period. Love you too! Yeah, I like to do the same class just so it can stick in energetically and physically in the body. And it also helps you find a little bit more depth, more range, and you can really understand the balancing aspects of it, and even connecting to the chakras when you get into these postures like twisting. So yeah, we'll get started in just a few. If you want a playlist to jam out and groove while you move, I have a playlist that I made for this class, and it's called Move and Release, because we're doing a lot of release today in our shoulders and our hips. So that is on my Spotify. If you go to Kiana 8A, search my name on Spotify, and it should be the first public playlist. That was the most recent one I made. Or if you just want to go to my Instagram and follow me on Instagram, Kiana Sabri, and you click on my stories, it's the last story I have on my story is the Spotify playlist for this class. If you have your own music, listen to your own music, jam out or don't. Sometimes not listening to music is always nice too. I like to have a balance between jamming out and being in silence while I practice and listen to my breath. So do whatever you need to do right now that supports you to get you ready for class. Grab some water, put on some comfy clothes or some yoga clothes, and we'll start in just a little bit. Olive. She plays fetch. There's some special occasions where we'll go back and forth from the living room to the bedroom, throwing the ball, and I will just stay in one spot and she'll come and bring it back and drop it right in front of my feet. I've never known a cat to do that before. She's amazing. Come here, little kitty. Come here. Come. Don't mess with that. Come. Usually when I start teaching, she does simmer down a little bit and she'll hop on her papasan chair. Her papasan chair. It's definitely hers. Or she'll go lay down somewhere. I think my voice kind of calms her down. She's like, oh, Mama's working. Or practicing. But then there's one or two few times where she just crunk all the way through and she sees my hair and she's like, oh, I'm gonna F that up. Come here, little cat. Come on. Come here. Okay, be a good girl. All right, you guys. Spotify playlist, check. What else? Today's focus is shoulders and hips. If you were with me yesterday, it's going to be the same practice if you weren't with me yesterday. I'm excited to share this practice with you. It's really great. Our focus today is release. We won't be using any props. You can always have blankets and pillows and blocks around you if you have them. If not, you're going to be fine without them today. We have less focus on the hamstrings and very deep twisting. We're just doing everything in a space of cultivating and embodying release and softening with a little bit of engagement. You know me. Okay, let's get started in a child's pose today. So send your hips back to your heels. Walk your hands to the front of your mat and set your forehead down on the ground. So much olive here. Just start to soften down here in your child's pose. Feel the front creases of your hips release. Feel your lower back lengthen and soften. And just notice any sounds around you. Just feel the temperature of the room on your skin. And feel the gentle pull of the earth sink you down closer to your mat.
And give yourself this time to fully soften and embrace and step into this moment. And start to move your awareness into your breath. And without changing it, just observe. How is your breath moving through you? Is it smooth or rough? Is it shallow or deep? And then begin to deepen your breath. Inhale and exhale through your nose. And take your time through each round as you work to shape a balanced, smooth length breath so your inhale, exhale are the same. If it helps you to count in your mind, you can also do that. With each inhale, you feel your ribcage expand in all directions. With every exhale, you soften and surrender over your legs. Notice how your body and your mind are doing now. That you're moving within a mindful like breath. How your body and mind respond to your breath that's full of awareness. And with your next inhale, walk your fingertips a little longer to the front of your mat. Exhale, child's pose, thread the needle. Thread your left arm through your right arm. Take your gaze to the right, set your left ear on the ground. And press the back of your left hand and arm down into your mat. You can stay here, or option B, to feel more sensation, and bring your forehead down to your mat. And from your core, twist your chest down to face the ground. So we're just finding some connection and release into your left shoulder and upper outer arm. Inhale. Exhale, come back into your child's pose. Inhale, walk your hands a little farther to the front of your mat. Exhale, child's pose, thread the needle to the left. Take your right arm through your left arm, look to the left, and press the back of your right arm and hand to the ground. Stay here, bring your forehead to your mat. From your core, twist your chest down to the ground. And notice how your right shoulder and arm feel stretching from your left shoulder and arm. Are there similar sensations and locations or not? And inhale and exhale back into your child's pose. And inhale, tabletop, come forward. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, your hips over your knees, and press the tops of your feet into the ground. We'll just do some rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, cow, drop your belly, lift your heart and your tail. Exhale, cat pose, tuck your chin to your chest, round through your spine. Inhale, cow, lift your gaze higher, drop your belly lower. Exhale, cat, think Halloween cat, round your back, push the earth away. Last one, inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Inhale, neutral spine. Exhale, puppy pose. Walk your hands to the front of your mat. Set your forehead on the ground to start. So this is different from a child's pose. Your hips stay right above your knees. We're actually connecting an opening into the chest, the armpits, and the fronts of the shoulders. Your hands can be shoulder width apart, or you may scoot them out wider like mat width apart. And stay here. How is your breath? If you have the spine flexibility and strength, you may rest your chin on your mat and look between your thumbs. Make sure you can breathe there. You'll inhale to the back of your heart and exhale down into the ground. Find the opening and release. Inhale, tabletop, press into the ground, walk yourself up. Exhale, come back to sit on your shins, your heels. If this is not comfortable for your body, cross-legged seat, you can do that instead. And we'll just find a little more shoulder stretch and release. So bring your hands by your sides, palms face the back of your mat, and grab a hold of your right wrist with your left hand. And it looks like this, back behind. And you'll pull your right hand down towards the ground. Draw your right shoulder away from your ear. Inhale, sit taller.
And as you exhale, bring your left ear, I'll just say your left knee, bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. And just stretch into the right side of your neck. Your trap muscles all the way down to your shoulder and your arm. And breathe. So oftentimes we hold a lot of tension in our shoulders, a lot of tension in our neck. And can you give yourself this time in this practice to really soften, but also become aware of any of the stress and tightness, the clenching that we may be doing unconsciously. And let today's practice give you a chance to soften into those areas. Stay here or slowly take your chin over your left shoulder as you look beyond the left side of your mat. Oh yeah, breathe. Let every exhale move you into a place of a little more ease, through softening, through surrender. And inhale, unwind, come through center, look forward. Exhale, switch sides, grab a hold of your left wrist with your right hand. Pull your left fingers to the ground, sit tall, inhale. Exhale, bring your right ear towards your right shoulder and draw your left shoulder down away from your ear. And right away you can notice if this side brings more fire, more heat, or less. And your eyes can stay open or they may close down. And again, let your focus first be on the breath, and through the breath can you find depth and release within the body, within the sensations. And stay here, slowly start to take your chin over your right shoulder and look beyond the right side of your mat and pull on your left hand. If it feels good to sigh here, find release audibly, you can do that. Okay, Ellen? She's looking at me like, what are you doing? And inhale, unwind, come through center. And as you exhale, release the grip of your hand and bring your palms to your thighs. And start to make some shoulder circles. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down, and be dramatic with it. Touch every crease within your shoulder, every part within your shoulder, and your arm bones. And go the opposite direction, roll them up, forward, down, and back. And again, be dramatic with the movement. Nice. And find a stopping place. Bring your right palm to the middle of your back between your shoulder blades. And bring your left hand to your right elbow. So it looks like this. And just start to pull your right elbow in towards the center, the back of your head. So you're pulling it into the center, into your center line. And inhale, sit a little taller, and activate your core. So pull your lower belly back to your spine. And as you exhale, you can stay here, start to side bend to the left. Stretch your right rib cage open like an accordion. And notice here if you're crunching into your neck by lifting your shoulders. And if you are, with a little love and kindness, just soften your trap muscles, those muscles right above your shoulders. I'm going to inhale, unwind, come through center, reach up. Exhale, switch sides, bring your left palm to your back between your shoulder blades, right hand to your left elbow. And start to pull your left elbow in towards your center line. Inhale, lower belly engage. Exhale, you can stay here, side bend to the right as you stretch your left rib cage open. And again, if you feel this clenching and this struggle within your shoulders, the muscles right above your shoulders, can you just soften them down? It's not a push and a force down, it's release of the muscle tissue. And inhale, unwind, come through center, reach your arms up. Exhale, make fists with your hands and bring your fists to connect to each other behind your back. So it looks like this, but it's going to be behind your back. And your elbows bend out to the side. So this is a prep I like to do for prayer hands behind. And oftentimes I never even move into prayer hands. I just stay here since my right shoulder have an injury to it and it's super tight. So if you feel any pain here in your shoulders or your arms, always release this and you can bring your hands to your hips instead. Elbows back, chest up. If you have your hands together back behind, squeeze your fists tight, push them together, elbows back, shoulders down, and lift your chest. And with time, you may start to scoot your hands even higher up on your back, closer to the tips of your shoulder blades. Inhale. And exhale, release. Bring your hands out in front of you. Just start to make some wrist circles, wiggle your fingers, and go all directions with your fingers and your wrists. And come back into tabletop, hands and knees. Inhale, tuck your toes under. Exhale, beast pose, tabletop hover. Hover your knees about an inch or two off your mat. You may walk your feet in a little closer to your hands. Pull your hands to your knees to your hands. Get to the point of core shake. And inhale, draw your sternum forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Start to pedal into your feet. Sway your hips side to side. And look at your hands. Make sure they're about shoulder width apart. Check your feet. They're about hip width apart. And your focus point is between your shin bones. Lift your tailbone higher. Soften your knees. And push the ground down and away from your fingertips so much that you feel the heels of your palms almost hover off the ground. And notice how that takes the pressure off your wrists. Booyah. And inhale, plank, shift forward. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Heels high. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, inhale, plank, roll forward. Activate your core, fire your thighs. Exhale, downward dog. Last one, inhale, plank. Stay in plank as you exhale. Inhale, lengthen the base of your skull forward away from your back. Exhale, lower to your belly, untuck your toes. You can always drop your knees first. Hug your elbows in, slide your fingertips back to about nipple line. Inhale, cobra. Pull your hands back and down. Lift your chest forward and up. Exhale, release. Inhale, cobra, lift higher. Pull your hands back. Exhale, release. One more. Inhale, cobra, lift up. Stay up as you exhale. Inhale, lift a little higher. Now pull your lower belly in. Exhale, release. Tuck your toes under. Inhale, plank or tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift your heels as high as you can. Exhale, push your heels down and into the ground. Inhale, lift your heels high, look forward. Exhale, walk your feet to your hands, standing forward, fold at the front of your mat. Soften your knees, rest your belly on your thighs, and let your upper body 100% surrender and rest. Let gravity lengthen your spine, release tension from your neck to your skull, even your neck to your shoulders. And inhale, halfway lift, palms to your shins, flatten your back. Exhale, fold down. One more, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Sweep your arms to the sky, palms touch overhead. Exhale, bring your hands together in front of your heart. And just take a moment here with your eyes open or closed. If you're dizzy or lightheaded, keep your eyes open. And set your intention for your practice today. So my intention I've made for this class is more physical, but also deeper rooted energetically, and finding release. A release from stress, release from tension and tightness, so that we can find a little more lightness and freedom within our body, within our life. So what would you like to let go of, physically, energetically, maybe even mentally, that's bringing you a little more stress, a little more tightness, tension? And can today's practice represent you letting that go so that you can feel lighter, so that you can feel free? Inhale, sweep your arms to the sky, reach up. Exhale, standing forward fold, lead with your heart, soften your knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it down. And inhale, chair pose, sit low, sweep your arms to the sky. Stay in chair as you exhale, pull your lower belly in. Lengthen your tailbone back and down. Soften the muscles above your shoulders. Wrap your pinky fingers in just slightly and push your feet down and apart. Inhale. Exhale, sleeping chair. So it's still chair in the legs, but your upper body is asleep. So just fold your upper body over your legs. Inhale, active chair. Lift your chest, pull your thumbs back. Exhale, sleeping chair. Stay low. Last one. Inhale, chair pose. Stay as you exhale. Then inhale, rise all the way to stand. Push through your feet. Exhale, standing forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank, step back. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, halfway down. You can always drop your knees or come right to your belly instead. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Make sure you're using your core to lift you up and back. Yes, it's a little more challenging, but it's safer, and you want your low back to love you and your low back to love your practice. And if you're doing things because it's easier, the growth stops, but also you're putting your body in a rest state. So make sure you're using your core, that you find the alignment so the ease and the mindfulness can also happen. Inhale, bend your knees, lift your heels, look forward. Exhale, step walker hot to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it down. And inhale, chair pose, sit low, sweep your arms to the sky. Sit lower as you exhale. Inhale, rise up to stand. Exhale, open twist to the right. Right arm back, left arm forward. Spread your fingers and twist your right hip to the front of your mat. So if your right hip is also opening, push it to the front. Inhale. Hold on, I see a comment. Inhale, come up through center, arms to the sky. Exhale, open twist to the left. Left arm back, right arm forward. Push your left hip to the front of your mat. Inhale through center, reach up. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. You can jump back, high to low plank. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, bend your knees, lift your heels, look forward. Exhale, travel to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, chair pose, sit low, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart, prayer twist to the right. Tap your left elbow to your right outer thigh. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hands to your heart, prayer twist to the left, tap right elbow, left thigh. Inhale through center. Exhale, fold it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Flow or don't flow, or make it your own. I will meet you in downward facing dog. So I'm taking a cat-cow instead, because I already had a pretty deep yoga practice this morning. So listen to your body. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky, three-legged dog. Stay as you exhale, point your toes to the ground. Inhale, lift your right leg higher. Exhale, knee to your nose, lift your hips, step your foot through. Drop your back knee, untuck your toes. Inhale, low lunge. Anjaneyasana, arms to the sky. And exhale, arrive. So your front knee and ankle are in alignment, or your ankle is slightly forward past your knee. Find one of those two options. And pull your lower belly in, squeeze your inner thighs together. Now take eagle arms. Bring your left arm under your right arm, twist them like ropes. There's a few variations. I'll do it closer to the camera so you can see me. So you'll bring your palms and your forearms together. Option 1, if your shoulders are super tight. Option 2, back of your hands together. Option 3, full bind. If you're doing the bear hug, I know this can be a little easier if your shoulders are tight, but if you want to get the bind, start with one of those options. Elbows as close together as you can. Inhale, lift your chest, soften your shoulders down. Stay as you exhale, sit deeper in your lunge. One more breath and lift your elbows in alignment with your shoulders. Exhale, release your hands to the ground, half split, straighten into your right leg, send your hips back so your left hip comes above your left knee. Flex and spread your right toes. And inhale, find a cow tilt with your spine. So lift your chest and your tailbone. Exhale, keep the length and fold down over your right leg. And stay here and breathe. How can your breath support you in finding depth? Moving past the physical body into the energy, into the sensations, into the emotional body, into the mind. And inhale to a runner's lunge. Ground your right foot, tuck your back toes, lift your back knee. Left palm to the ground under your shoulder. Inhale, runner's lunge, twist right arm to the sky. And stay as you exhale and look down at your left arm. Notice if your left shoulder is protruding and pushing out to the right. If it is, can you bring your shoulder in alignment with your left hand? And make sure you're working the twist from your core instead of your arm. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, right hand to the ground, skandasana to the left, low side lunge. Walk your hands all the way back to your left foot. Turn your toes out and squat down. You may lift your heel or keep it on the ground. Flex your right toes to the sky. So your hands can be on the ground to start. You may also bring your hands together in front of your heart, or like we did in that seated position earlier in warm-up, you can take your fists together back behind you for that prayer prep. Push your elbows back, lift your heart. Squeeze your legs tighter, inhale. Exhale, hands to the ground, runner's lunge to the front of your mat. Step back, plank. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga or your belly. And then we'll find back into up dog, into your downward dog. You can always skip those, remember. Inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Stay as you exhale, toes point to the ground. Inhale, lift your leg higher. Exhale, knee to your nose, hips up, step through. Drop your back knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, low lunge, arms to the sky. Arrive as you exhale, find the alignment, pull your lower belly in, and you may even push your right hip, your femur bone, back into your hip socket just a little bit if you feel pain from sinking down too low. So you can stay low and just work thigh bone back into hip. And eagle arms, right arm under left arm, twist them like ropes. Find your variation, palms together, back of hands or full wrap. Shoulders down, inhale, lift your heart and your elbows. Exhale, sit a little deeper in your lunge. Inhale. Exhale, release your hands to the ground, half split, straighten into your left leg, flex your toes to your face, and find your position. Inhale, cow tilt, lift your heart and your tail. Exhale, fold down over your left leg. And breathe. In today's practice, it's always every practice, it should be, but today's practice, we're really using these postures, these asanas to experience what it's like to be in a body, instead of using the body to get into an asana, because that's really not what yoga is at all. I know it can be covered up and mushed around with workouts and everything like that, but it's really the path to self-realization, to union of mind, body, and spirit with Source. So breathe in a way that brings you closer to that by releasing, by opening up. Inhale to a runner's lunge. Ground your back, ground your front foot, tuck your back toes, lift your knee. Right palm to the ground under your shoulder. Inhale, left arm to the sky, runner's lunge twist. And stay as you exhale, push your left hip back. Now look at your right shoulder. If it's popping out to the left, can you push it back so your shoulder is right under or right above your wrist, and twist from your core instead. Inhale. Exhale. Then slowly unwind, left hand comes to the ground, walk your hands to the right, skandasana. Sit low in your right leg, lift your heel maybe or not, flex your left toes to the sky. Your hands can be at your heart, on the ground, on a prop, on a couch, even a dog if you have one, I don't know. Or you can also bring your hands, your fists together back behind you for that prayer prep. Squeeze your left heel to your right heel, lift up and out of your hips, inhale. Exhale, hands to the ground, runner's lunge to the front of your mat. Step back to plank, inhale. Exhale, vinyasa or don't. We will meet in downward facing dog. Let your breath guide you through your physical expression today. And bring your thumbs together at the center of your mat. Inhale, bend your knees, lift your heels, look forward. Exhale, yogi squat, malasana, step or hop. Your feet outside of your hands like a little frog. Hands come together in front of your heart. Push your elbows to your knees, squeeze your knees into your elbows. And draw your inner heels together. So fire up your glute muscles, your outer hips. From yogi squat, we're moving into crow pose. If you have any injury or pain or carpal tunnel in your wrists or injury to elbows and shoulders, and this is not happening for you today, stay in your yogi squat and you may do some wrist circles. Wiggle your fingers. If you're taking crow pose, bakasana, bring your hands to the ground under your shoulders. I like to keep yogi squat because I have an injury to one of my knees, and the other variation is not, my arms, my knees just don't work together. So this is another variation you can play with. If you know how to do crow, get into it. If you don't know how to do crow, follow my lead. Keep the yogi squat, so your triceps to the insides of your knees, palms to the ground, look forward, shift forward so much until you come up onto your tippy toes. Now squeeze your legs into your arms, push your arms back into your legs so much that you start to lift one foot, both feet. You fall, cool. If you don't fall, cool. You have to fall, I'm telling you, many times so you get the pose. If you look down, by the way, you're gonna go down, so continue to look forward. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Everybody step or jump back. If you're jumping back from crow, just do it. Push arms into legs and shoot your feet back. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. A lot of these transitions and crazy postures are a lot about trust. Trusting your body and your abilities. You're so much stronger than you know. Inhale, bend your knees, lift your heels, look forward. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, chair pose, sit low, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart, prayer twist to the right. Hook your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. If this is not an option or you feel pain, modify. Left forearm to the tops of your thighs, right hand to your hip. Now extend your tail back and lengthen the crown of your head forward. Inhale. Exhale, twist a little deeper, press your palms together and draw your left knee back in alignment with your right knee. Stay here, or option for side crow. You'll shift your body weight to your toes, lift your heels, squat down. Bring your hands to the earth, out to the right, like there's another mat beside you. I know there's options. I see where you bring your hands to the ground this way and support your body weight with both of your arms, but this is a twist. So we're twisting and working more of our core instead of arm strength. So try it this way today. Bend your elbows back, chaturanga arms. Look forward into the right, shift forward into the right. Come up onto your tippy toes, lift your hips, keep the twist. Now push your left arm into your right leg so much that you start to lift your feet up off the ground. And go for it. Hug your elbows in. Lengthen your chest forward. Twist from your core, point your toes. If you fall, cool, that's okay. Try again. This is hard as hell. Then we'll come back into our twisted chair. Inhale, chair pose, unwind, reach your arms up. Exhale, hands to your heart, prayer twist to the left. Hook your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh, or again, modify. Right forearm to the tops of your thighs, left hand to your hip. Draw your right knee back in alignment with your left. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Stay here, or option 2 is side crow. Shift your body weight to your toes, lift your heels, squat down. Bring your hands to the ground, out to the left like there's another mat beside you. Bend your elbows back, chaturanga. Shift forward into the left, look that same direction. Come up onto your tippy toes, lift your hips, push your right arm into your left leg, and go for it. Shift, 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 squeeze your legs, point your toes, elbows in, chest forward. You got it, breathe. If you fall, try again. And we'll come back into our twisted chair. Inhale, chair pose, reach up. Exhale, standing forward fold. Relax, let it go. Take one more breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga, flow or don't flow. We'll meet in downward facing dog.
How is your breath supporting you? Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to your nose, lift your hips, step through. Inhale, warrior one. Rise up and arrive as you exhale. So with warrior one, your feet are hip width distance apart, your back heel is on the ground and your toes point out. About 45 degrees. Now spread your right toes wide, connect to the earth, and find eagle arms. Left arm under your right arm, twist them like ropes. Find the 3 variations, one of them that works for you today. Inhale, exhale, eagle pose. Step into your right foot. Bring your left leg up and around your right leg. Twist them like ropes, sit low into your chair. Then point your left toes down and push your foot back past your right leg to get the full eagle wrap. Shoulders down. Lift your elbows up to shoulder height. Trust your gaze through your arms. And now line up your body from your fingers all the way to your toes. Find your breath. The lower you sit, the more balance you will have. I know it burns. How you doing? Inhale, warrior 3, unravel. Reach your arms forward, kick your left leg straight back. Bring your body down to a T. If you fall, that is okay. Inhale, stretch long. Exhale, standing splits. Hands to the earth, fold over your right leg, point your left toes to the sky. I don't expect you to bust out a full split, but I want you to feel the burn in your right glute muscles and leg. Inhale. Exhale, left foot comes to the ground, runner's lunge. Inhale, runner's lunge, twist right arm to the sky. Exhale, hip opening side plank. Turn all 10 toes to the right. Come onto the outside edges of your feet. You may need to shimmy your right foot back for some knee opening, hip opening support. Inhale, lift your hips higher. As you exhale, dip your left hip to a hover, stretch your right arm back. You may look back. Take a deep breath in here. Stay as you exhale. Inhale, lift your hips up, reach all the way around to the ground. Turn your toes forward, step back, plank. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga or your belly. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Last side, you guys. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, knee to your nose, step through. Inhale, warrior one. Arrive as you exhale. Lower belly in, chest up, right heel on the ground. Spread your left toes, connect to the earth. Eagle arms, right arm under left, twist them. Find your focus point, inhale. Exhale, eagle pose. Step into your left foot. Bring your right leg up and around your left. Twist them like ropes, sit low in your chair. Point your right toes down. Push your foot back past your left leg. Lift your heart and bring your elbows up in alignment with your shoulders. Breathe. Find a line from your fingers down to your toes. Let your breath support you. Yeah, buddy. Inhale, warrior 3, unravel. Reach your arms forward, kick your right leg straight back. Bring your body down to a T. Inhale. Exhale, standing splits. Hands to the earth, fold over your left leg, point your right toes to the sky. And wrap your right hip down. Inhale, lift your leg higher. Exhale, runner's lunge, step it back. Inhale, runner's lunge, twist left hand to the sky. Exhale, hip opening side plank, turn your toes left. Inhale, hips higher. Exhale, dip your right hip to a hover, stretch your left arm back. Stay here, inhale. Stay as you exhale. Inhale, lift your hips, reach up all the way around to the ground, step back, downward dog. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, child's pose. You got 2 to 3 rounds of breath. If you'd like to get into your tricep muscles and your shoulders a little more, you can pray your hands behind your head, so bring your thumbs to the back of your neck with your elbows on the ground. If you'd like to feel more sensation there, activate your core and dig your elbows down and back towards your knees. Or just keep it soft. Breathe into your lungs, your belly. With each exhale, let go of any weight. Let go of any tension. Let go of any control. Bring your hands to the ground. Let's inhale, tabletop. Exhale, downward dog. Now we're cooling it off. Still gonna be deep though. Inhale, lift your right leg to the sky.
Exhale, right knee comes down to the ground outside of your right wrist for half pigeon prep. Slide your right toes out a little bit to the left. Scoot your left leg back and tuck your toes. So your right knee is in alignment with your right hip or slightly out to the right. If it's in towards the center of your body or moving to the left and it's past your hip, push it out a little bit more to the right. Inhale, come up onto your fingertips, lift your chest. Exhale, stay in this back bend, or you can fold down. So walk your hands to the front of your mat. Bring your forearms to the ground. Soften your head to the earth as well. And just ask your body where you can soften down, where you can release. And extend your left big toe straight back to the wall or whatever is behind you. Extend your left toe straight back. So there's a line of energy from your toe all the way up to your left hip. Inhale, unwind, press into the ground, walk yourself up. Exhale, lean onto your right outer hip, swing your left leg up and around for double pigeon or Sukhasana, cross-legged seat. So option for double pigeon is you'll bring your right shin parallel to the front of your mat. Then you'll take your left shin directly over your right shin. So your left ankle is over your right knee, left knee right above your right ankle. Now if there's a huge gap like this between left knee and right ankle, I'd say take a cross-legged seat instead. It's a little safer for your knee and your hip. Or if you feel pain here. All right, now flex your toes back to bring some stability to your knee joints. And inhale, sit up nice and tall, hands can come to the ground beside you. And as you exhale, stay up here or walk your hands forward to the front of your mat as you fold down. And remember, if you feel pain, unwind, take your cross-legged seat and fold. Still deep into the hips that way too, I promise. Unclench your jaw, soften your forehead. And inhale, unwind, walk yourself up. Exhale, unravel your legs out in front of you. Grab the back of your thighs, find Navasana, half or full boat pose. Balance on your bum, lift your shins parallel to your mat, squeeze your legs together. And reach your arms forward, maybe palms up. And having a slight round in your back is okay. Inhale. Exhale, low boat, lower back to the ground. Stay here, activate your core, pedal out your feet, chin back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Little baby Shavasana. Inhale. Exhale, hug your knees into your chest, grab the back of your thighs, rock and roll the length of your mat 2 or 3 times. F it, however many times you want to rock and roll. If this is what you want your end of your practice to be like, rock and roll till you don't want to anymore. I'm just kidding. Rock and roll yourself up to downward facing dog. If you'd like to throw in an extra vinyasa, you can do that too. Last down dog of the day, I promise. And inhale, lift your left leg to the sky. Exhale, half pigeon prep. Left knee comes to the ground just outside of your wrist. Slide your right leg back and tuck your toes. Inhale, come up onto your fingertips, lift your heart. Exhale, stay here or walk your hands forward and fold down. Make sure your left knee is in alignment with your hip or slightly out more than your hip. And breathe, extend your right big toe tip straight back to the back of your mat. So from your hip to your toe, there's this one line of energy. Couple more rounds of breath. Softening and finding a space of release. Inhale, unwind, press yourself up. Exhale, roll onto your left outer hip, swing your right leg up and around for double pigeon or your cross-legged seat. Left shin and right shin are parallel to the front of your mat and they're directly stacked above each other. Remember, if there's a whole bunch of room between your right knee and your left ankle, take your cross-legged seat instead. Inhale, sit up tall. Exhale, stay here or walk your hands forward and fold down over your legs. Flex your toes back. Get up in there. Inhale, unwind, walk yourself up. Exhale, release and extend your legs out in front of you, and we'll come to a seated fold. So grab your glute muscles and just pull them out and back. Hands beside your hips, inhale. And as you exhale, walk your hands forward towards your feet and fold down over your legs. Flex your toes. If your knees bend, let them. Relax your head down more and more each exhale. Relax your shoulders, your upper body is surrendering over your legs. Take one more deep breath in from your head all the way to your toes. Fill your body up. And stay as you exhale, melt down. Inhale, press into the ground, walk yourself up. Exhale, lower down to your back. Bend your knees, plant your feet on the earth about hip width apart. Hands come by your hips, palms face the ground. Inhale, bridge pose. Press down into your arms and your feet. Lift your torso up off the ground. Draw your chin back, push your head down. Just breathe. Soften your thigh bones down into your skin. Push your big toe mounds into your mat and draw your inner arches up towards your inner ankles. Feel your feet activate. Inhale, lift your chest higher. Exhale, release, lower down. Slide your feet open, mat width distance apart. Inhale. Exhale, windshield wiper, twist your right knee or your knees over to the right. And maybe slightly push your left knee down towards the ground. And inhale, unwind, come up through center. Exhale, windshield wiper, twist your knees to the left, and then you may gently push your right knee down towards the ground. And inhale, come up through center. Exhale, hug both of your knees into your chest. If there's any final asana or movements that your body is calling for, you can rock it side to side or take a happy baby. Now is the time to honor any of those final movements. And we'll get set up for Shavasana, final relaxation. Extend your legs out in front of you, let your toes fall open. Rest your hands by your sides, flip your palms up to the sky. And just begin to soften down. My practice intention today was finding a little bit more release from tension, release from stress, from any clenching that we may be doing on a physical level in the body, on an energetic or emotional level. Letting things go that are weighing us down so that we can feel lighter, we can feel happier and free. And give yourself the time here to honor that intention. Feel effortless within your body, within your mind, and feel effortless within your breath. And allow this practice to really integrate and set in to all layers of you as you rest here. Feel free to stay here and rest in your Shavasana for as long as it's calling to you. There's no need to rush out of this. If you are ready to reawaken, you can very gently start to deepen your breath. Welcome in life. Wiggle into your fingers, your toes, and roll your ankles and your wrists. Bend your knees, plant your feet on the ground, and roll over to your right side. And you can also stay here on your side for as long as it feels good. When you're ready, you'll make your way up to a seat. If you're still in Shavasana, stay there and rest. And bring your hands together in front of your heart. And push your thumbs down into your sternum and lift your heart back into your thumbs. And take this moment to recognize the work you've done today. And this practice is so much more than just a physical practice. The physical body is just a really small piece of the tool that we use to move inward, to connect to ourselves on deeper levels emotionally, energetically, and even physically from the inside out. So thank yourself for practicing today, for taking the time for you, for movement, for breath work, for mindfulness, and bringing a little bit more awareness and consciousness into everything you do within your life. Our yoga practice does so much to us, for us, so thank yourself for showing up. And from my heart to yours, namaste. All right, you guys. Take your time getting up. I hope you had a great practice and that you feel good in your body. And if you have any questions about the work we did today or any class recommendations for future classes, please reach out to me. You can follow me on my social media, Kiana on Instagram. You can also subscribe to my personal YouTube channel. If you'd like to do this class again and have it about 10 minutes shorter, so 35-minute class, I did upload this class style to my YouTube channel today. So please subscribe to that so I can keep them going. And all those classes are free on my YouTube. If you want to donate for this class here for Black Swan Yoga YouTube Live, please do that. You can Venmo me or PayPal me directly if you prefer, or just donate on blackswanyogaaustin.com. I love you guys. Thank you so much, and I will see you again very soon. I can't wait to get back in the studios, but for now, keep practicing virtually. I promise your yoga classes, your practice makes all the difference in your life. Peace out.